What is up, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Three Peaks Fitness Podcast. I'm Coach Mark.
I'm Coach Lynette.
And today we are going to talk about how often you need to be working out in order to get results.
Yes.
Great question. Great question. Trick question, as you'll find out. It's a trick question.
Yeah, people have a different idea in their head, like, I need to work out, 3 times a week.
Yeah, I bet everyone listening that was the first number that popped into their head. 3 days per week. 3 days per week.
Yeah.
And so I'll kind of preface this podcast with the fact that most people think that results, right? Because we're talking about how often do I need to work out to get results.
Yeah.
Most people think that results come from the actual workout itself.
Oh.
When that's not the case.
It is not the case.
It's not the case. Actually, the results come from recovering from the workout. That's where you actually make progress. And so with that in mind, the goal then becomes, okay, how can I work out in such a way that I am allowing myself to recover adequately? Because just flat out, you should work out every day.
Yeah.
But that workout might look different every day based on your stress, your energy levels, how you're feeling, right? Your allostatic load, which we always talk about.
Yeah, so when we say the word work out, I think we might change the definition for people today.
Yeah, it doesn't mean a 60-minute spin class at your gym.
Yeah.
That doesn't, it can. Right, it can, but that's not a workout doesn't have to be you, and it shouldn't be, you passed out on the floor, puking, dripping sweat, cramping up in your calves. Like that's not what you should be doing.
How are you supposed to recover from that?
Right.
Yeah. If you're working out like that, then maybe you should only work out twice a week.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
And so because we are focused on the recovery, you also have to take into account all the other things that are going on in your life. Right? We always talk about allostatic load, which is just basically your allostatic load basically is like all the other stressors going on in your life contributing to your overall
no one
energy
thinks
levels.
about that.
No one thinks about that, right? So if you have a crazy, busy, hectic job, right? Like maybe you own a business, or maybe you're like an executive, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you got 4 kids, right? That's more stressful than when you're in business. So if your lifestyle is extremely stressful, you should not be running yourself into the ground at any of your workouts,
right? Because
you have such a high allostatic load outside of the gym. The worst thing you can do is run yourself into the ground in the gym, because working out is a stressor, right? The recovery is where the progress happens,
right? So work out to a point where you're going to be able to recover from that and be better off afterwards.
So with this in mind, we want to work out every day, but we want to be flexible with what that workout looks like. Right. And so just using the example, like say I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I've got 4 kids, and or dad, it's 2022. It could be either one. But I got 4 kids that, I'm running little Susie to soccer, and I got Jimmy's science just told me that he has a science fair project due tomorrow, and I got to run to Staples, or, and I have all of these stuff going, go. I'm going, right. And I'm really stressed out. And, let's say I had planned to work out, right? Well, I need to be able to bring awareness to how I'm feeling, right? Am I tired? Am I drained? Like how am I feeling? And then based on that feeling, that will determine the type of workout or the intensity of the workout that I'm doing. And so we have a scale here. It's a really simple scale that we use here at Progressive Athletics. It's just a 1, 2, 3 scale, right? 1 meaning I'm dead. Like I got my battery's at 0.
It's like I don't even want to work out.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to talk about working. I don't want to think about it. Right? I'm drained. Right? That's 1. A 2 is like normal. Right? It's like I feel neither here nor there. Like I feel normal. You know, I don't feel particularly energized, but I don't feel dead either. I'm just kind of like, what are we doing? And then 3, which is those days you wake up where I feel good. Like I got a good night's sleep. Like I'm feeling good. Like let's go. Right? And so before your workout, just ask yourself, am I a 1, a 2, or a 3?
Yeah.
Right? And then based on the number you are, let that determine the intensity with which you work out. And that can be any type of workout, right? So if I'm lifting weights, okay, and I'm a 1, meaning I'm dead. I'm dead. Cut back.
Yeah.
Don't do the weights you normally do. If you normally bench 100 pounds, take it down to like 70.
Yeah.
And maybe take a set off from what you normally do, right? Like just cut it down. If I do cardio, if I'm a runner, right, and my run for today, I'm supposed to run 5 miles, and I'm a 1, I'm not running 5 miles. Maybe I'm cutting that down to 3, and it's a slow pace.
And then maybe it's like walk jog.
Maybe it might be jog a mile, walk a mile, just whatever you got to do to bring that intensity down.
Yeah.
If I'm a 2 and I'm strength training, get in there, just do what I normally do.
Do the
schedule thing. You should be all right. And if I'm a 3, I'm feeling good, then it's okay to kick it up a notch, right? Maybe instead of benching 100, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go for 110.
Let's throw on a couple more plates.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Or maybe I'll do an extra set. Yeah. Or if I'm a runner, maybe I try to knock down my pace by like 20 seconds or so. Like I'm just I'm feeling good. But so using that skill lets you determine how you should approach your workout. Now, that's the beginning.
Yes.
Right. What about during the workout, Lynette? How am I going to tell? Because there are times where you get, like I wake up, I'm feeling good. All right, let's go. But when I get into it, I'm like, whoa.
It takes more out of you than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can I what's a good scale for me to kind of be able to tell if I'm reaching the intensity I should be?
The first thing is the breathing. That's the easiest test is, am I able to talk?
Yeah.
So like at a low level of intensity, you're kind of chatty. Mm-hmm. It's like cocktail party chatter.
Yeah.
And that's how that's a really low level intensity. So that's the intensity you're going for when you feel like a 1 at the beginning. Like you're just reaching for that kind of chatter level of breathing.
Yeah. Like you should be able to have like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like no you're moving, deal. But you can talk.
Yeah. And then, but if you've got the energy level, you're going to reach for a level 2 breathing, which would be, you can talk, but it takes a little bit of effort, but you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you might be a couple huffs and puffs in there, but you can talk.
You can
have a
string 4 or 5 words at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good one. That's a good medium. And then if you're having an energetic day, you reach for what we call can't talk, where you can do like 1-word answers.
Yeah.
But please don't make me talk to you.
Right. Where you're at a point where like if someone's trying to talk to you, you're like, yeah, get out of my face. Oh, where's the water fountain over there?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
You're breathing hard. That's a great level to work at when you have an energetic day.
Right. When you have the energy to do so. Yeah, for sure. And then at the end of the workout, it's not so much a scale, but regardless of where you start, the end of your workout you should feel like you just had a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Right? You should feel good. You should feel energized. You should feel ready to attack the rest of your day.
Yeah, that's true. The end of your workout, like if you are just collapsing on the ground and it's taking more than 2 minutes to feel peppy, you did too much.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Yeah. And if you are, especially if you are still feeling that later on in the day.
Oh yeah, if you're dragging the rest of the day, you did too much.
You did too much because remember, guys, working out is a stressor.
Yeah,
it contributes to your allostatic load, right? The act of working out, and so the same way. What can we compare it to? The same way. A crazy project at work is a stressor, right? Yeah. Right, like, oh my gosh, I got this. How am I gonna? I got all these things on my to-do list. Like, how am I gonna? I got all this, right? Like working out hard when you're already low on energy is like stacking on a second project to your already crazy workload. Right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is even worse. This is even more stressful.
Yeah, but the workout should allow you to get out some of that stress, but not overwhelm your system so much that you can't recover from it.
Right.
So 2 minutes after the workout, you've done some stretching, you've done some breathing, And then you should just feel this, you know, I don't want to say euphoria, but just this, you know, the happy hormones, right, are able to kick in, and you haven't overworked yourself, so that recovery kicks in, and now you feel better, and now you can go to work and tackle that project. You are energized.
Right.
It's like a springboard for your day.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it should feel like.
Yeah. So basically, long story short, how often do you need to work out to get results? Every day.
Every day.
But the workout won't always look the same.
Right. Some days you create your minimums, right? Like, what's my minimum? On my worst day, what is the minimum I'm going to do? And a lot of people say, oh, nothing. Like, no, it's always something, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I have a set of stretches that are my bare minimum. Like, on my worst day, I'm going to do these 3 stretches. And that's what I do. And to me, that's a workout.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that. That idea of planning for your worst day.
Yeah.
I think that's a great strategy for the long term, because a lot of times we plan for our best day when we're feeling excited and everything is, you know, going exactly how it's supposed to go, and everything's good, right? And we're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to work out 5 days per week, an hour each of those days.
I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, well, what happens when, you know, something crazy in your life happens and your schedule changes, right? So we need to plan, like, your default. It doesn't sound like very, like, sexy to say,
it's not
right?
Sexy.
But like you really should, in order for sustainability and to actually get results, you should actually be planning your worst day should be like your default.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what I do.
Yeah, your worst day. Yeah.
Yeah, and then anything more, is great.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to plan for my worst day.
So like, you know, like your worst day might be 5 hours in the ER. Yeah. Kid up sick all night.
Yeah.
There is something you can do in those situations.
Yeah. In fact, you've had a client who has been in that situation.
Yes. She did squats next to the hospital bed.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something.
Yes, she did something.
Yeah.
Mentally, that keeps your head in the game. So you're like, well, squats next to the hospital bed, that's not going to get me to my goals. I'm like, no, but it keeps your head in the game.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah. And right. But that is the goal.
Yeah.
Right. Without getting the risk of getting too out there, right? Like, it is mental, and the goal is just to just keep going.
Yeah, the goal is to keep going.
That's how you get in shape is mental, and then it manifests itself physically. But like mentally, you need to keep going, and you need to get yourself into a mental state where it's always something.
Yeah.
Right. Not all or nothing.
Right.
Always something.
Always something. I tell you what, there's a huge difference between people who are willing to do the little things like that, like the squats next to the hospital bed or the stretches on their worst day, and the people who are not willing to do that. Like, no, I got to do the full 1 hour workout.
Yeah.
Like, I tell you, the people that are willing to do the little things that don't seem to produce any results right away, they're the ones that succeed.
They're always
They're so much more successful.
And it doesn't happen as fast.
Right.
But it lasts.
So even like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he'll say on a really bad day, like no energy, no time, he'll show up at the gym, he'll do 1 set, and he'll leave.
Dang. Even The Rock.
Yeah.
Even The Rock does that, see?
Yeah. I'm going to do something. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to treat it like a spa day. Just go in, do 1 set, and leave.
Yeah, because it keeps the routine. It keeps the habit. It keeps his head in the game, so to speak.
And he's got results.
I would say so. I mean, I think he has a little bit of help, Mr. S. But, yeah. He does have results. He does work hard, for sure.
Yeah. So. He shows up.
Yeah. But, so yeah, guys, hopefully this was helpful. Working out every day, just adjust that workout based on your energy level. Use those scales that we were talking about, and stick with it. And that's how results happen.
Yeah,
honestly.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you next time.
All right, bye-bye.